Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. The article that I have here is interesting and disturbing, if true. And this is a prediction, and predictions have probabilities, and I like probabilities. Therefore, I like this article. And let's go and see what's going on. This article comes from MoneyWise by Jing Pan from today, June 26, 2022. And this is the title. Robert Kiyosaki says that hot inflation will wipe out 50% of the US population. Here's what he means by that and how to protect yourself. So, hot inflation will wipe out 50% of the US population. What do you mean by wipe out? Like go and meet the creator? Okay, with levels continuing to spike, the Fed is no longer using the word transitionary to describe inflation. US consumer prices jumped 8.6% in May from a year ago, making the fastest increase since December 1981. That could give the Fed more reason to continue raising interest rates, something that's already casting a giant shadow over the stock market. It's a vicious cycle criticized by many investing veterans, and Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki is one of the latest experts to sound the alarm. I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, interesting book, makes sense, logical, nothing genius over there, but it's a very good book. And I'm quoting, when inflation goes up, we're going to wipe out 50% of the US population, end quote. He told Stansberry Research earlier this year. When inflation goes up, we are going to wipe out 50% of the US population. Well, let's look closer to what Kiyosaki means by that. Consumer crunched. Kiyosaki isn't exactly pleased with the current state of the US economy. And I'm quoting, America has stopped producing products, correct? We produce bubbles, end quote. He says, adding that we now have bubbles in the real estate market, the stock market, and the bond market. So far, I would agree with him. The author also criticizes President Joe Biden's decision to halt the Keystone XL oil pipeline, which he believes is a major reason energy prices are so high, and that does not bode well for the average Joe. And I'm quoting, the average American doesn't have 1,000 bucks, Kiyosaki said. A recent Bankrate survey showed that most Americans do not have enough money set aside to cover an unexpected $1,000 expense. It also spells trouble for those who want to enjoy their golden years. When the bubbles burst, Kiyosaki says, the stock market will crash. So those relying on their 401ks plans are toast. I totally agree with that. We don't have, and I'm quoting again, we don't have a retirement. Our pensions are bust. Whenever they say. And now, time to protect yourself. Given him grim outlook, I would say given his grim outlook, it's no big surprise that Kiyosaki is a fan of safe haven assets like gold and silver. Precious metals can't be printed out of thin air like fiat money, and they've been helping investors preserve their purchasing power for centuries. I totally agree with that. The price of gold is up about 8% year to date. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has given investors a new reason to check out the yellow metal. Remember, I just posted a minute ago a video. I made a video with the G7 countries banning I was about oil, Russian gold imports. That means there's going to be a scarcity. Russia is 10% of the gold production, has a total of 10% of the gold production on the planet. So that means if you ban them, it's going to be the same thing as with oil and gas. The price will jump up. We're going to shoot ourselves in the foot because the Russians will sell it to other people, nevertheless. So, and a lot of people hearing that news are going to jump to buy gold. That's going to be a big demand. The supply is going to shrink. That means the price of gold would be go high, up. While Kiyosaki owns gold, he first purchased the yellow metal in 1972. He prefers silver in today's economic environment. In a tweet in March, Kiyosaki revealed that he had purchased 2,500 American Silver Eagle bullion coins and offered his bullish reasons for doing so. Well, gold already moved up. Bitcoin is still too high. He tweets, the tweet says, silver 50% below all-time high. Silver, an industrial metal as well as dollar. That's what he tweeted. Bubble tactics. Bubbles and the pop eventually. No, bubbles tend to pop eventually. When they do, many people see their wealth take a significant hit. But large declines also create opportunities for those who are willing to buy the dip. The good thing about a bubble is when they burst, everything goes on sale, Kiyosaki says. During the financial crisis of 2008, the author started buying real estate at bargain prices. Based on how much real estate has gone up since then, it's fair to say that was a sharp move. What to do next? We already know what to do next. So he didn't explain how 50% of the American will be wiped out. I'm assuming he is talking about their savings, not as a population. So, because he says hot inflation will wipe out 50% of the U.S. population. Then that would be 50% of the human population, right? None of the human population's assets or wealth. He didn't mention that. So I didn't see how that would what that would occur by not having jobs, by what scarcity of goods, food, and all that. Well, I don't think things will get better for about 10 years, I would say. But that's my guesstimate. And why I'm saying that is because this inflation will go high for about 1 or 2 years, I would say. And if these guys don't change anything in 1 or 2 years, it's going to perpetrate, I don't know, for go for how long. But if they do something in 2 or 3 years, then it could stabilize after about, I don't know, and stay like this for about maybe going to be the in between 5, 6, 7 years. I'm not an expert on that, but I'm just saying because I saw the exact thing while I was living in Romania. Exact high inflation, like Weimar Republic inflation, high inflation, and then the so-called transition, and then stabilization to an inflation that could be controlled. But it was inflation, oh my God, after 1990 up, that was bad. Bad. People did not die, did not starve, but it was hard and bad. I don't think that inflation would be here. But the problem is, how you have here 340 million people almost, or something like that. So if you don't produce anything, how are you going to exchange goods with whom? With service-based economy, which is what? Producing services to one another, massages and all that. No, who's going to grow food? Who's going to build stuff? We were, I think, sold a long time ago, and that starts with NAFTA. That's where the globalization, and we think United States leaders, not the population, thought that they're going to make everybody else work for them, and we're just going to print money and give them money, and they're going to give us products. That's a racket right there. But they didn't foresee other things occurring, which is it means very narrow-minded and ideological reality, not the real reality. It's based on their ideology. Oh, we're good. We're the new Rome. We're gonna empires go up and down, up and down. You know, the cycle of civilizations. That's a nice book that you can read. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.